are here today at the RBC Canadian Open. It's our first time coming to a golf tournament, a pro golf tournament, and I'm here with Alex. So we left this morning, we took the subway here, pretty seamless, pretty easy to do. And then once we got off at the subway, there was shuttles that you could take and it took you right to the front. We decided we didn't want to drive because, well, first of all, parking is like $35, but it was also sold out already for the entire weekend. And plus we may want to have a few adult beverages while we're here. So yeah, that is why we decided to drive and take public transit. Getting in was also pretty easy as well. I was kind of like worried about the bag situation because it was pretty strict. There was a lot of rules, but I was able to get in with this bag, no problem. I don't think you can bring in much bigger than that. We're just going to walk around the grounds now, check out the area, maybe perhaps find some food because we haven't eaten anything yet, and go from there. Finally sat down at the 1904 Club, got a nice view of the 9th hole here, and Alex has gone and got some food for himself and some drinks. So I got a Greek chicken sandwich, so I'm gonna dive into this and see what it's like. First few bites, it's okay, a little dry, but this is what you get for golf food. Also, this cost, I believe it was like $14, $15, so just be aware of that. All the food is around that price, like $10 for a hot dog and, you know, $14, $15 for something more substantial. So the experience so far has been very interesting for like someone who's never been to a golf tournament before. It's a little overwhelming at first just because you're not really sure where to go and what's happening and like where you can go, where you can't go, but we basically spent most of our morning at like the first, second, and third hole. And we waited to see one golfer that Alex really wanted to see. So, oh, my drink is here. Yay. Thank you. So we did that and then decided we're like, okay, we're starting to get really hungry because we hadn't eaten breakfast. We just basically ate some granola bars that I had brought in my bag. So we walked over to find this 1904 Club that we specifically got, tickets for. So they have like this nice seating area, and it's right beside the 9th hole, the actual hole where they, put the ball in the hole. And there's some seating, and there's some nice comfy couches, and then there's an area just behind me here that you can see where you can buy drinks and food. The food here, there wasn't as much selection, so I just went just outside of this booth across the way. There's another concession stand, and that's where I got my sandwich. So we got some drinks here, and I'm just gonna keep eating my sandwich. It's a bit breezy today too, but it was starting to get warm out, so that's really nice. But yeah, we're enjoying our time so far. Another thing that's part of the 1904 Club is you get a wristband once you enter. And then it's kind of like a music festival. You have to like tap in when you go in and then tap out when you go out. And I guess it's just to keep track of how many people are in here at once. But yeah, you need a wristband.
Thank you. Be here all day.
We've just been sitting here and enjoying a few drinks, watching all the golfers, getting all the sun.
I know.
It's been quite nice. We're here watching some practice putting. I'm not really sure who they are, but it seems quite important. Oh. Very good, very good.
Please welcome the current FedEx Cup champion and the 2019 and 2022 RBC Canadian Open champion, Rory McIlroy.
Quiet, please. There's other food choices here. So we've got the Burgers Priest, Pickle Barrel, and New York fries. So, oh yes, and also of course the keg. But I think we are going to try and get a poutine potentially, or maybe a burger from Burger's Priest. But they also have beaver tails here, which is very Canadian, but they have a wide variety of food choices here, which is kind of nice. So I think, like I said, I think we're gonna go and try and get a poutine and then check out some merchandise. Here is our delightful poutine. We are gonna dig into this and it'll be delicious.
Featuring pepper.
And adding some pepper.
Whoop.
Oh, runaway napkin. Okay, we're gonna check out the store here and see what merchandise they got. Accessories, you have a little chair and a...
The littlest chair.
And a bag. Yeah, but that does it say? Oh, it does. It does say. Okay. That's nice. All right. This is only $95, but you know, it's fine. Well, these are nice too. Little koozies. Oh, and more hats. More hats. How much are the hat? Let's see. Oh, $40. I mean, that's not bad, actually. Like, they're actually pretty nice hats, not gonna lie. They got a water bottle. This one's $30.
I want the RBC.
This one is, wait. Oh yeah, RBC is on there.
Yeah, as long as it's small. Yeah, not that one. I'm talking about the one in your hand.
Yeah.
But, like,
the white is nice too, actually. And then they got more water bottles up here, which is nice. T-shirts. Oh wow, kind of like their hoodies actually. A lot of this is going to be expensive because it is golf attire, but if you're looking for a nice souvenir or a gift, getting Alex his hat. He decided on this one. So I'm going to get it for him. For his birthday present. Yay! We're at this Johnsonville kind of like food truck situation. They're giving out free samples and you spin this wheel to get a prize. Seems like fun. We found a quiet spot underneath a tree in the shade because it actually has been very hot today. I'm definitely a little sunburnt. You cannot tell. Alex is there, but we're on the 18th hole and we're just chilling and probably just gonna stay here for a bit and watch more golfers, and yeah, that's our current situation. Hello. If you cannot already tell, we are back at home. Unfortunately, our phones ended up dying. Both of our batteries ran out, so we ended up finishing out the day at watching Rory at the 18th hole, finish up his round, and then we were pretty tired by the end of the day, just after all that, the walking and the sun and the excitement, and you know, it's been a while since we've done something like this, so we were just very, very tired. And we grabbed some food at Burger's Priest, which was really good, let me tell you. It really hit the spot on the way out. And then we headed home. Also, when we were leaving the 18th hole, I ended up losing my sunglasses. It's funny that, or kind of ironic that that happened, because I literally was spending the whole day making sure I had my sunglasses, because I would either have it like, they would be hanging here on my shirt, or I'd have them up here like on my hat. So we got up and we were starting to walk and we were crossing one of the holes, and then all of a sudden I felt, you know, both spots, and I was like, I don't have my sunglasses. So we had to run back, and one of the volunteers that we were sitting near and we had been talking to, he said that someone had found them and he had ran after us to try and give them back to us. And then as we were walking back to find the guy that tried to find us, he was coming back and we met up with him, and thankfully he had my sunglasses and I got them back. I was very, very grateful because I didn't want to lose them, because I literally just got them like a month or two ago. So they're not that expensive, like they're not expensive glasses by any means, but you know, I still didn't want to lose them. Final thoughts on the day, since it was our first time ever going to a pro golf tournament. Let's start with getting to the event from where we were. It was very well organized. So when we got to the station, we followed all these signs, we got on the shuttle, very seamless, and they took us right to the front entrance of the event. It was so much less stressful than say like driving or parking, and can't really comment on the parking since we didn't drive there, but you would be parking in a big field. That was at Downsview Park, which is like a large park area that was just down the road from the event. And then you would also have to take this free shuttle to the event. So there was no on-site parking at the golf course, but again, it was all very well organized to get you to and from the events. Our tickets that we got were for the 1904 Club level. The difference in price from a general admission ticket to the 1904 Club worked out to be about $40 more per person. And for us, since it was for Alex's birthday, I decided I wanted to give us, you know, something a little bit more special because again, it was our first time going to this sort of event. So I decided to do the upgrade. And what it was is just basically an elevated experience. You have designated sitting area, partly covered. There was food and drinks right nearby. There were some comfy couches to sit on, and the seating faced the 9th hole. The cool part too was after the golfers would finish their round, they would actually walk up this pathway, fenced off of course, but they would walk up this pathway walking right by you, so you could get some really good photos of them if that's what you wanted, or you know, just really see them up close. It was a really unique experience. There was also designated bathrooms. So they're basically like a trailer, and you just go in, and there was a couple stalls that you would go in for, you know, the toilets, and they were separated by men and women. And it was nice. They had running water and toilet paper and everything. It was really nice to have those designated washroom areas, so you didn't have to walk very far, and you didn't have to use porta potties that everybody else was using. So that was kind of nice. The food at the 1904 Club area was okay. We only tried a hamburger from there. Like Alex got a hamburger, and like he said, it was kind of cold when he got it. It wasn't hot. So I don't know if it was just sitting under a heat lamp and they were trying to keep it hot that way, but for the price he paid for it, it seemed a little, you know, lackluster. I think they could have done a little bit better on that part. However, we did see other people getting, there was like a poke bowl, there was also like tacos you could get, and everyone that we saw that got them, it actually looked pretty good. But again, they were around like $18 to $20, $25. So it was pretty pricey for food there. If you are going for the 1904 Club and you want to see actual golf, I would suggest getting there very early in the morning and staking out a spot right by like the railing so you can actually see the hole. Otherwise, yeah, you're not really gonna see much golf while you're sitting there. But again, it was a really nice area, and I would recommend it, absolutely. One thing that had given me a lot of anxiety before we left was their bag policy. Obviously, for security reasons, they were very strict on what type of bags they would allow in. And I was looking at their restrictions. It's all outlined on their website, but they were saying that only certain type of purse or bag was allowed. And so I was stressing out, and as you saw, I ended up bringing my little pouch that I had used for our Disney World trips. And it was like the perfect size because I really didn't want to have like a little wristlet hanging off my wrist or anything. I wanted something that I could like keep on my shoulder to keep my hands free. It was no issue whatsoever. Say you were coming from somewhere else or had to bring more stuff with you and you had like a bigger backpack that wasn't allowed in, they actually had a bag check. Now, granted, I don't know if you had to pay for this bag check because we didn't end up needing to use it. They also had valet parking for bicycles. So if you came on your bike, you could park your bike there and it was kept in a secure spot. Being a spectator at this kind of tournament, I didn't really know what to expect or what the crowd would be like, but there was one point where we discovered it was like at the 14th hole and it was called the rink. It was basically set up to replicate a hockey arena. So it had, you know, like the sideboard set up, it had like a scoreboard up there. What we saw when we got there was wild. The crowd was insane. Goes to show that golf can be just as exciting as any other sport. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was they actually had an app that you could refer to for the duration of the tournament. On this app, you could find the current standings, a map of the whole grounds. You could order food off the app. It worked really well, you know, sometimes better than actually like the My Disney Experience app. So that's saying something. And I got to see some really famous golfers, which was really cool. And I have some really great memories from the whole day. And Alex had a great time, which was the most important because it was for his birthday. So if you are planning on going to a golf tournament, I would say definitely give it a try, even if you're not a big golf fan. That will about do it for our little day at RBC Canadian Open. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any other future content like this to come. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!